the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the New York Knicks going up against the Atlanta Hawks. Well, for Atlanta, this is their first time playing this squad so far this season. Last year, they had a winning record against them, going 2-1. And one of the guys we'll be seeing tonight is Al Horford. He's not a flashy guy by any means, has never gotten all that much national media love, but Shaq, wouldn't you say he is as solid a post player as you'll find?
You know what, he doesn't do anything with flash and doesn't have the big contract, but he plays like it. I just want to say muchas gracias, papi. He's from Dominican Republic.
Oh, muy bien. Well, he does everything you want.
The Statue of Liberty beckoning brightly, a landmark feature here in New York City. Live from New York, 2K Sports proudly brings you Knicks basketball. Looking at the last game for the New York Knicks, it was a win against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And we've talked about
new group. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Splitters checked in for Horford. Ken Bazemore comes in for Cephalosha. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Kyle Korver. And it's Teague in for Dennis Schroeder. And so in the game for the Hawks, Paul Millsap out there with Kent Bazemore. Then there's Teague. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Splitter in at the center. Here's Freak. Great D that time from Teague.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
In the corner, Bazemore with it. The three-pointer, no good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And it's Freak missing. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Mike Budenholzer and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Coach said that even though this is the first meeting of the year, he didn't expect there to be much of a feeling out period between the teams. He said, listen, we have a group of guys that can all score and do it in a hurry. I expect us to come right at them and test their defense early on. They'll definitely be on the attack, guys.
Thank you, Doris. And guys, the focus being on the offensive side of things, they obviously don't want to let their defensive guard down, so to speak, can they?
No, they're still going to have to be sharp on the defensive side of the floor. It's just that getting into a rhythm offensively is going to be the main focus here early on.
I'm with you on that mindset, but it does leave the door open for them to be taken advantage of at the defensive end.
T kicks to Splitter. Dishes to Bazemore. Hardaway against Green. 6 to shoot, and it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
Oh, we've got a moment here now, Kevin, to look back to last year's Knicks. 4th in free throw percentage, 13th in scoring, and they were in the upper half of the league in points in transition. This was a team that understood how to get out in transition and convert playing fast break basketball.
And looking back at their superb free throw percentage, it speaks volumes about their skill level and mental focus. They had very few letdowns in concentration.
There's the pick. Scott dishes to Bazemore. That's short off the rim. New York leading by 15. Green passes to Freak from downtown. And again, New York with the triple.
And really, that's what built the early lead here. Killer shooting from beyond.
And the defense needs to recognize that and get to the shooters. It's imperative that they get a hand up.
Here's Scott, and they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Yeah, no doubt about that one with the over-the-back call.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to take him for a ride right there. Easy call.
11 seconds left to play in the first. Teague drives in. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is, and so they will award the basket there.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height.
We sat down with Freak to discuss how he's handling the loss of his close friend. Our thoughts and prayers go out to Freak Clark and his family.
Without question. I mean, it's a really difficult road to navigate, the loss of a loved one or a close friend. And sometimes, even though it's difficult, with that kind of weight on your heart, the focus you have to give to the game can sometimes be a source of solitude, because you really can't be thinking about anything else when you get between those lines. And sometimes that can be helpful in the process of moving forward.
Well said. Your perspective is always appreciated.
Appreciate that, Kevin.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Knicks.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
And so in the game for the Hawks, Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Kyle Korver. And it's Cephalosha in at the 3 spot. And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Anthony. And that's 15 points for Freak. Now here's Schroeder. He's guarded by Afflalo. In the corner, Cephalosha with it. Gets to the corner and buries it. The Knicks leading by 18. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. And that one's good. Free.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the 3-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
Teams changing it up here. Here's Green. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bucks was just a man on a mission. He finished with 25 points and did a good portion of his work from the free throw line as he drew a good number of fouls. If his play in the first game of the season is any indicator to the kind of year he's going to have, all you can say is look out, league. Guys?
And Doris, thank you so much. He couldn't have been much better in that game, could he, GM?
Not at all. He was great. I mean, that's for sure. If he wasn't at his best, he was awfully close.
Guys, he came to compete and win. Let's hope he's got that same attitude, that same energy, that same swag here tonight.
Lets it fly. And again, it's New York. We've got 33 seconds left in the first half of the game. Outside, Scott. Knocked away. He feeds it to Bazemore. Here's Hardaway. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Freak. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Here's Teague. The kick out to Scott. Takes the 3. And Tim Hardaway Jr. with the 3. Hardaway has got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for the Hawks. Up in time. A dominating first half of... Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going. Both teams will make substitutions. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Freak in at point guard. Kyle O'Quinn out there with Derek Williams. Then there's Maurice Spates, and it's Green in at the 2-guard spot. That's the 5 for New York right now. Atlanta again missing.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
The Hawks trail by 19. Passes it to Millsap.
That's a walk.
And it's Freak with the rebound.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
The Knicks leading by 17. All sorts of time, and again, it's New York.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole